Good morning. I've done other videos about my carnivorous plants, but I just wanted to spotlight the Drosera type of carnivorous plant this morning. So I don't know if anybody else struggles with fruit flies in the summer. I certainly do. In my kitchen, once they get a hold, they just don't want to leave. So one of the things I really like doing, besides washing fruit before I settle it into the house with some soap and water to get any of the fruit fly eggs, is if there is fruit flies buzzing around, I bring one or two of my Drosera plants into the kitchen. They live in my living room in a south-facing window hanging above my orchids normally to kill any insects that might be around there. But I bring them into the kitchen, one or two at a time, and I let them catch the fruit flies for me. So Drosera have these sticky leaves, sort of like nature's fly paper. And if insects land on there, they can get stuck. They're attracted by the look of the nectar, but they settle onto there and they get stuck. And then the plant starts to digest them and absorb its nutrients into the plant to feed it. Some of these are just waking up from their winter dormancy right now, so they're looking a bit rough. But by the time the height of summer comes and the fruit flies are at their height, I will have a nice healthy team of Drosera, hopefully, to combat the fruit flies around here. So what do carnivorous plants like when you're growing them indoors? They like lots and lots of light, as bright as you can get it. So I have them in my south-facing window, which is where I grow my warm orchids. And I have a couple of trays of them near to the only large overhead grow light that I have. So they're getting the sunlight and some of the light from the grow light. They like moisture, so giving them water from the bottom is the best. But Drosera can manage being watered from overhead too. And they do not like fertilizer. So they're very sensitive to it. They're meant to get their nutrients from insects. So if you did have to give them fertilizer in the winter, if they're not getting a lot of flies, there's not a lot of fungus gnats around your home or any other kind of insects that you can feed them, once in a while I will give them some of these dried cutworms that you can buy in pet food areas and farm shops. And I just soak them in some water and give it to them. Some people use really diluted fertilizer, but you have to be really careful what type and how much you give them. And over the winter, some of them like to be dormant. All the same, I still give these guys water in their dormancy a bit, but obviously they don't want to be soggy all the time. Just a bit of a dry out and then a nice drenching, soaking in some water, taking it up from the bottom. Lots and lots of light. They like warmth. I do have carnivorous plants that are out on my deck. Those are different. Those can actually handle winters. And if you're living in a place that's nice and warm all the time, obviously your life with carnivorous plants would be different than mine up here in Canada and British Columbia. But yeah, Drosera, a great plant to have around. Some of them are more easygoing than others. I have a few different kinds here. Drosera alisiae. I have Drosera dichotoma giant, which was huge last summer, like absolutely huge. And a couple of different capensis here, different colors. They don't look different right now, but they're coming out of their dormancy. And this is Hamiltonii, really cute and little. Gets a little bigger than that, but it's just coming out of its dormancy right now. And I have found with the Drosera that they actually seed really well. And I have had some of them volunteer their seeds onto some of my other carnivorous plants that were nearby, and they have actually grown. I've been able to give some to my sister. So they're a really cool plant, and if you have fruit flies or fungus gnats in your home, I mean, this is what would be a great addition to your plant collection.